I'm here at Eureka Park, where there are literally hundreds of startups showing off their very latest and taking flight. I am actually going to take flight with Birdly, the flight simulator. How does this work here? Okay.
It's harrowing, thrilling, and nauseating.
Oh. Okay. I'm getting a little bit airsick.
With VR goggles, wings, and wind blowing in my hair, I am as close as possible to flying like a bird in a Jurassic World.
Wow. Up, flap, up.
At CES, all kinds of devices took flight, like this one to capture selfies. But drone technology is also seeking out new territory, like under the sea.
It has 6 and 8 thrusters and with the robotic arms. And the robotic arms, you have different options, and then you can imitate the diver's fingers so that with the action you have and also the diver's robotic fingers, you can actually accomplish whatever jobs in the water by a real human diver.
At CES, robots showed they could take on humans in sports like ping pong, while also displaying an artistic side to their work. Many technologies aim to help us both maximize and regain our health.
This smart glove from Korea and US-based company NeoFect has bendable sensors that allows me to work on exercises to increase my strength and flexibility. It uses artificial intelligence to actually gauge my progress and direct me toward the right rehabilitation programs, especially useful for stroke patients.
Other innovators showed off ideas that are truly from another perspective. Babe Eyes puts a camera on your baby and keeps track of what he or she sees.
When you're a baby and at the age of 3, you don't have any memory. But when people look at you, they look at you in a certain manner. So we try to capture this moment with a small camera that you can put on the baby or next to the baby that will record a video from the baby point of view.
Other tech went for practical purposes, like the Juna oven, which is a convection oven, air fryer, dehydrator, slow cooker, broiler, toaster, and warming drawer all in one.
What's magical about it is it's the first appliance that gets better over time instead of worse. So literally we're able to build new appliances in software and add to it all the time.
It gets better, it improves, it gets smarter.
Yes.
It has artificial intelligence.
Yes.
Why would you need artificial intelligence for this?
For convenience. So for example, I'll just take these cookies and put them in the oven, and we have a localized neural net, and we're able to recognize that these are cookie dough balls and we should run the cookie program. And so what's amazing about computer vision is it's faster than your voice. We have full Alexa support, but it's faster than your voice. It's faster than tapping through a bunch of menus, and certainly faster than going online, Googling what should I bake cookies at, 350 for how long, and we're able to shortcut that to our automated cook programs and cook them perfectly every time.
9 minutes in bake mode, let's give it a go. Oh, I can't wait here. Fresh chocolate chip cookies out of the oven. Ooh, melty. I'm going to take it right away. Oh, that's technology. Some tantalizing technology here at CES. And for our breakdown of the show, I caught up with the senior writer of Gizmodo, Adam Estes. I began by asking him what was significant about this year's CES.
This year's CES is exciting because we're seeing a lot of technology that was just a concept before at last year's CES or the year before, and now a lot of companies are bringing these things to market. It's incredibly exciting for the average person because concepts are neat and interesting, but I think what makes the show especially exciting is that you can get close to these innovations, and this year you're actually going to be able to buy them if you want them. Last year at CES, we saw a lot of 8K TV concepts, which is a little bit mind-boggling because 4K TVs, that's 4K resolution, which is just much sharper than most people are used to seeing. 4K used to seem new, and 8K seems almost hard to imagine because it's sharper than the sharpest picture you've ever seen. TV is going to look more realistic than it ever has before. One gadget that I'm really excited about seeing more of are audio gadgets, and something that companies are calling 3D sound. So 3D audio is audio that's not just coming straight at you from a speaker, but approaching you from above and below, so like very spatial sound. Dolby has a standard called Atmos that adds height to sound, and I think that a lot more audio companies are going to come out with Atmos-enabled sound bars and 3D audio experiences that are going to change the way we hear music and movies and everything like that.
5G is also a big theme here. Tell us about it and what it means for consumers in the future.
So everyone's familiar with 4G, and the next generation is naturally 5G. That's mobile connectivity that will be as fast, if not faster, than your typical home broadband connection. If you think about a web page loading on your phone, it's going to load a lot faster, but that's actually not even what's most interesting about 5G. What's most interesting is what we haven't imagined super fast speeds can do. In the near term, it means that you can watch videos instantly on your phone anywhere you are with a 5G connection. In the future, it could mean that you can communicate in new ways. So maybe you're not just FaceTiming with your friend, maybe your friend is a hologram that appears next to you. And that's only possible with a super fast, available everywhere connection like 5G offers.
Apple is one of the big tech companies that has really never been a big part of CES. What is the case with them here this year?
Well, Apple is not here, but it is in a way that's different than in years past. Apple made headlines by putting a huge billboard near the Las Vegas Convention Center with a message about privacy and iPhones. But at the same time, sort of quietly, Apple has partnered with a lot of the world's biggest TV manufacturers, LG, Sony, Samsung, and now those TVs are going to support AirPlay 2.0, which means that you can pull up content in your iPhone and play it on your TV without the need of a set-top box, an Apple TV, or any other hardware. So it seems like Apple is really making kind of a quiet effort to be more compatible with different kinds of devices and work more closely with other companies in a way that is, I don't know, kind of not Apple the way we understand how the company has historically worked with others.
As the show goes on, a trade war looms. Tell us about the impact.
Well, a week ago, Apple had a very rare and historic announcement that they were going to have to change their quarterly earnings estimates due to slowing iPhone sales and also consequences from the trade war in China. And it was a huge deal because Apple is a huge company, but it was also, I think, a warning sign to the rest of the tech industry that the trade war is actually going to have major consequences for companies across the board. If Apple, one of the world's richest and most successful companies, is suffering because of the trade war, everybody else is going to suffer too, and it's just a matter of time before we find out exactly what that means.
Why in the world do tech companies come here to put on this big show?
Well, if I have to be honest, I don't know. I don't know why tech companies come and spend all this money to create these big elaborate booths and all these spectacles to impress people. I think for the companies, it's a trade show. If you work for Walmart or Amazon and you want to figure out what products you're going to stock for the next year, you can send people to CES and they can see the new products. I'm a journalist, and I come to CES because I know that technology companies are going to be showcasing the best of what they're doing and the best of what they hope to do. And they're going to do it this week, and I have to be there because I want to know what that is.